Hello, Internet. Jesus loves you. My name's Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with GeeksUnderGrace.com. And I'll be honest, I really don't know how to start today, so I guess I'll start with just like the least interesting, and that's about Justin Bieber. And the reason we're talking about him today is because he took to Instagram and he talked about God, saying, I don't have anything figured out by any means, but my relationship with God has been one of the coolest things in my life, which I think is great. Whether or not you like Justin Bieber, he is a very influential person in culture. So when he's talking about God to millions of his fans. I mean, let it be known right here and now, I would buy Justin Bieber's album if he made a gospel album. I've got this weirdly figured out. Toby Mac will produce it. It'll feature Reach Records, Capital Kings, maybe Family Force 5. I don't think I've ever listened to a song from Justin Bieber all the way through, but I would buy that album. Just for me, that would be a really big sign of his faith being more than words. Next up, I need to talk about Creflo Dollar. Last time we talked about him, they took the campaign down and they were like, all right, forget about it. So I think for me and everyone else, we just kind of figured that was the end of it. He just wasn't getting a jet. Basically, we had our laugh and it was time to move on. Well, Creflo's board that was all in charge of this has now apologized, saying that the campaign has caused a lot of confusion, but they're still getting the jet. Saying we plan to acquire a Gulfstream G650 because it's the best, and it is a reflection of the level of excellence at which this organization chooses to operate. And so my thoughts have not changed. I mean, I get it. You can't fly commercial because they have their own schedule and you have yours. But so that it's in terms that I understand, because I am a poor man, let's talk cars. Dodge Challenger, beautiful car. Not a Lamborghini Gallardo. Are you telling me you wouldn't be happy with a Dodge Challenger? Because I would be. I'm just saying, I don't think anybody was really that mad that Creflo Dollar was buying a private jet. It was just that he found the most expensive private jet he could. Going from that, I want to talk about the TV show Lucifer. Apparently, there's a Fox TV show where Satan gets bored with hell, so he comes up to LA and starts a nightclub. And a group called American Family Association's A Million Moms, they started a petition because they don't like the show because Satan is charming and handsome, which I think are the wrong reasons to not like this show. I mean, in the Bible, Satan's appearance is described as a morning star, and he's got to be charming if he's going to be deceitful. I mean, we are talking about the father of lies here. Red horns and a goat beard isn't exactly biblical. I mean, if anything, I think the issue that trumps either of those two is the fact that they're painting him as a hero. I mean, I haven't seen the show, but I do think it'd be kind of cool if it was a show about the world's biggest villain. But with anything like that, you'd want to see his downfall, not him being glorified. I don't know, personally, I am way too laid back to really care about these kind of things, but when you think about it, if this was like an Islamic thing, the response would be a little different. I mean, as much as it does not offend me, it is kind of annoying just how much Hollywood disregards Christianity. And our final story of the day is about the United Church of Canada, which I knew nothing about until today. Apparently, they are very progressive or liberal or whatever. They have openly gay preachers, and for the last 70 years, they've had female preachers. And for quite a while now, they have actually had an atheist pastor, Reverend Greta Vosper. She's openly atheist, but says that you can be compassionate without God. She just preaches on the values of the Bible. And so this has been happening since 2001. And so now the church has finally taken a step back and asked itself, should that be a thing? And so they're having to sit down and actually try to figure out whether or not this should be a thing, which to me is kind of weird because I think it's kind of obvious that if you are a church of God, then maybe the godless shouldn't be teaching there. Like, atheists doing their own thing and having their own churches totally makes sense. But an atheist preaching for a church that does believe God exists doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I think it's kind of an obvious one, but I'm always curious to see what your guys' thoughts are on it. So you could do that in the comment section below. Or the question of the day today is going to be, would you buy a Justin Bieber Christian album? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, for more geeky content, make sure you check out GeekySunderGrace.com. My name's Cody, Armour, bringing Christian news in a not so boring kind of way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray. And to everybody like, subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.